it should be against the law for jobs to do credit and background checks.
I disagree. And I'm going to tell you why. There are... What were the things?
Contact with money.
Okay.
Driving. National security.
Okay.
Children or pharmaceuticals. I mean, that leaves out police, fire.
Well, I would count the police as part of national security.
Yeah.
Because here's the reason that they do credit. Did you say credit checks or background checks?
Both. This is both.
Oh, I'm never going to disagree with a background check.
Mm-mm.
A credit check. The reason they do those is because if you have bad credit, you're more likely to
be swayed,
be swayed and extorted. I'm going to have to disagree with that. If we're taking it in its entirety, I'm disagreeing with that. I think that there are a lot of but most jobs do deal with exactly what that person said.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
I don't understand what this person's even saying. Fat titties count and abs on skinny dudes count. I don't know what they mean. Like count for what?
No. If you're a guy and you weigh 110 pounds, that six-pack does not count. You didn't work for that. You're just fucking scrawny.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Yeah, if you got a six-pack but you got a 28-inch waist, no, that's not the same thing.
Oh my God, did you see this one? Someone was in like a keto group, and their daughter, I guess, had made a keto pizza, so she took a picture. Look at the stove
it looked like
and wall.
hoarders in there. It was so gross.
It looks like someone has vomited all over the kitchen.
Oh my God.
And then she gets mad at people saying to clean her kitchen.
Can you imagine the kind of filth that child lives in? Okay, this is one. Okay, this person's hill is that we need to create a civil service status. The CSS is required to be signed on by all politicians and their spouses and age of majority children who wish to serve their country. This means that they would not be able to earn more than $250,000 a year, could not have a net worth over $5 million. Any amounts over that would be forfeited by them to the government, because if you want to serve your country, you should be totally fine with that.
That's some socialist shit.
This should be a strong solution to ending corruption, ensuring all candidates are in the position for the right reasons. The CSS would remain in effect for 25 years after they leave office.
No, that I absolutely disagree with that. Here's why. Congress is not civil service. You stupid fuck. I am civil service. Right. I'm a federal employee. Congress is not a federal employee. They are elected employees.
Right.
Or they're elected officials. So it's not the same. I absolutely agree. And for fucking... there's so much wrong with that.
Yeah.
I do agree that Congress members should have their financial accounts audited on a regular random basis, because
to make sure they're not taking money.
Yeah, because like Nancy Pelosi, I think her husband is on a bunch of boards that make a whole lot of money based directly on information that she gives him. You've got all of these senators and congressmen, or senators and representatives, that come in being worth $100,000. They only make $150 a year, and then after a couple of years, they're worth millions. Nah, that's corrupt. But to say that for all federal employees, that's bullshit, and that's a great way to lose your fucking federal employee force.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
What else you got?
I'm looking. A lot of them are real dumb, like that one.
Yeah, that's they could have worded that better, and I might have agreed.
Have y'all ever had a flying dream?
Like where you were flying? Mm-hmm.
Not in an airplane.
No, yeah,
like Superman style.
Yeah. I had my very first one last night.
And
I was like, I don't know, it was like this. I was with this small group of people, and we all had some kind of like superpowers. I don't remember what the rest were.
Like the Wonder Friends or whatever.
But one guy could like hover a little bit off the ground, and if we all held on to each other, we could all hover a little bit. And then eventually we were all...
that's weird, because I've had them for years, off and on. Mm-hmm. And it's not like Superman shit. It's like a big jump and you kind of hover for a while. I wonder why. That's,
I don't know. And then eventually we were all able to just kind of shoot up in the air and just take off. And then one time we were going through these trees and we were going just fine, and then there were power lines, and it's like when we got to the power lines it just like zapped our power and we weren't able to fly anymore.
I had a weird dream last night.
Oh Lord.
We were in a movie theater.
Yeah.
And for some reason the president was there.
Yeah.
President Trump, to be exact. And I don't know why.
Well, I'm glad you cleared that up, because he is the president.
Well, but
he's the only one.
Somebody could be listening to this years later.
Or in my dream, it might not be like
yeah, yeah, it could have been a different president.
Well, to hear him tell it, he's going to be here years from now anyway.
Anyway, for some reason, in the middle of the movie, they stopped it for him to give an address. And
I'd have been pissed if I paid.
I know, it's like, dude,
I paid money for this shit, man.
You can't wait till it's over like the rest of us?
I can watch you on YouTube.
Yeah, and so, but he wasn't, he turned it over to somebody else, and somebody was trying to insult him. Somebody was like reading something and talking about, I can't remember, God, I wish I'd have written it down, but they were saying something about minors shouldn't act this way. And Trump said, I don't do that. And I went, and like I do, where I blurt shit out, I went, you're not a minor.
Okay.
And he was like, and I thought, I just yelled at the president. And so I thought I was going to get in trouble. But he like thought I meant like, no, you're good, man. And so he's like, thank you. And everybody starts congratulating me and bringing me casseroles.
Oh my God.
For reminding a 70-year-old man that he's not a minor?
Right? Because they all thought I was like, and they were like, standing ovation. And they were all, because they thought I was defending him. And I was really going like, moron, you're 7 years old. You're not a minor. Do you not know what the word means? But nobody understood what I was saying. And I was looking at Ross like,
next level sarcasm.
Yeah. And I was looking at Ross like, should I explain? He was like, hell no, they'll beat your ass.
Yeah, leave it.
And they're giving us food.
Yeah.
Leave it alone.
You're winning right now.
Yeah,
leave it.
Take this win.
And so then, one of them invited me to their church, and it was a real weird church, and it just got weirder from there. They were walking me around, and I couldn't find Ross, and
this is where we do the sacrifices.
It's basically like that. I was like, you motherfuckers is in a cult. I want out here. Okay.
Show me the dough.
Yeah. And so I'm trying to pretend like I'm still like drinking the Kool-Aid, and so
don't do it though.
No, I'm trying to pretend and yet vigorously search for the exit. And Ross, finally I found my way out, and Ross is just sitting on the curb waiting for me, and he goes, what took you so long? And I was like, you wouldn't fucking believe what all was on there.
So,
and that's when I woke up.
So this wasn't a dream. This happened. I know, I was there. You were talking about blurting out shit like that. So when I was in Germany, I was in the airlift group band, and there was this, they called it a dining in, which is a stupid thing that only military people understand. And anyway, the 4-star general, because we were on a major command base. Ramstein was the U.S. Air Force's Europe Major Command Headquarters. So we had a 4-star general there. He was a tool. Dude was like 90 years old, and he wouldn't fucking retire. Right? So he just made everybody's life hell.
I thought you were going to say he wouldn't fucking die.
Well, either one.
Damn!
He was so old, to pass his fitness test, all he had to do was complete the 1.5 miles. Okay?
Wow.
Right.
Oh, just
It
complete.
took
No
him 3
time.
weeks.
No, just, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Go on my daily stroll.
yeah, exactly. I mean, he could have taken 45 minutes to make this 1.5 miles. As long as he finished. That's what. But anyway, so they had beer there, which was probably a mistake. You got a fucking aircraft hangar full of maintainers, and there's music, and there's beer. And we got there early because we had to set up. So I had been tipping a few back. I was probably 5 or 6 beers deep when we started playing. Right? So the whole thing was we'd play a short set, and then he would get up and fucking say his bullshit. and then we would go and play another hour or two. So we finished our short set, and we were back behind the stage, which was right next to like a garage door thing. And so I grabbed my beer and went outside and started smoking. And when I come back in to get another beer, he's up there talking, and I don't fucking like the guy. His name was General Fogelsong. Fucking couldn't stand his ass.
What was that guy on that show last night? Dr. Deer something.
Dr.
Deerfeeder.
Deerfeeder.
Well, so I didn't like this guy. He always made everybody's life so much more difficult. And he's talking, and we had a tech sergeant in the band, and he had told me, hey, you just sit down. Let him finish talking. Well, he is still talking, and I'm back there giving color commentary.
Oh, God.
And y'all have all seen me when I've had a little bit to drink, and I don't know if I get loud or deaf, but it's one of the two.
Yeah.
So I'm back there, and this fucking tech sergeant looked at me and said, go back outside right the fuck now. And I was
Done
like,
with you.
Okay. So yeah, I'm surprised I didn't get in trouble about that. But anyway, yeah, that was it.
All right. Have y'all heard of daggering?
No.
Is that some sex thing?
It's a dance.
It was like fisting? Oh.
Daggering?
It's a dance where basically...
You pretend to stab someone.
Here's a picture of it in process. You fly and jump at each other with your genitals.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of black
With
people
your
do
what?
that.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
just
Like-
bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they'll
I've
climb
seen
up and stuff and just be like,
Yeah. And
Weird.
so it's a legitimate... their hill is that it is a legitimate form of dancing that requires skill and dexterity. It should not be looked down upon as ratchet or ghetto.
It is, though.
It is.
It's
It's
very-
ghetto.
Like you're attacking someone with your genitals.
Yeah.
Yeah, whoever said
Okay,
that...
carry on.
You alright?
No, just carry on. I gotta just stop for a minute.
Okay. Well, whoever decided that was a legitimate form of dance is a little bit tarded.
Yeah, no, they are.
And
you had a bad dream, didn't you?
yeah.
The daggering reminded me.
Yeah,
stabbings.
I didn't dagger.
Not that kind of daggering.
No, I did shank someone twice with an ice pick, though. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Why was that?
Okay, so in my dream, I was working at this, like, low-rent motel. And there was this fucking guy who was just a prick. It was him and his brother. And they were just dickheads. And for whatever reason, they didn't like me. I don't understand why. I'm a likable guy. But they didn't like me. And I really didn't fucking care. I didn't listen to his bullshit. And so, something happened, and he got fucking mad. And he insinuated that he was going to attempt to attack me. And I said, well, fucking bring it on. And instead of coming after me, he walked over to this little 4-year-old kid that was standing on the sidewalk and pushed him out in front of a bus.
Wow.
So in retaliation, I stabbed this woman that was with them twice with an ice pick. And then went after him, and then I woke up. So I don't know what happened.
I feel like you should just stab the guy.
Well, he was on the other side of the fence.
Oh, I see.
And this woman was walking towards me, and I was like, well, I'll just fucking take what I can get right now, and I'm going after him in a minute.
Stabbing another fucker.
Yeah, twice. So
I woke Chris up the other night yelling in my sleep again.
Jesus Christ, at 4 o'clock in the morning, you know.
What'd you say? I said boom. Something.
Yeah, no, you said, boom, you're so fucking special.
Boom,
I have
bitches.
no idea what I was dreaming
And I mean,
about.
I'm talking, she's right here. She's like 4 inches from my face. And I'm
I
like,
can just imagine. Boom.
I was like, what the?
Like, I can totally see the body language.
Yeah, I was like, oh, Jesus Christ almighty. All right, well, this is just going to have to be a short one. We've exhausted our material for today. So, everybody have a great day.
Bye.